Hello, Cosmic Witches, and welcome to 2025. What is going on? Welcome back to another Cosmic Forecast with your hosts, me, Maggie, Sophie, and Karlie, as we bring you through the magic of January, the energy of January, and see exactly what it has in store for you. Karlie has pulled some tarot cards, and she's going to bring you through the energy that she has channeled through. You get to pick a theme, use that intuition, pick which one's speaking for you, and then I will bring you through what is going on up in those cosmos. I'll tell you what the planets are doing. I'll tell you the best transits for you to focus on based on the theme that you chose. And then Sophie is going to lead us through a practice in real time to embody this energy, to start to get into it. So I would really, really encourage you, listen to this now. This can be something that you can take really intentional time. Grab your notebook, do this little mini ritual, do this mini practice that Sophie has brought you through for January. But also you can do this, when you're walking, you can do this while on the way to work. I would just really encourage you to return to this. Listen to the forecasts every week or so to remind yourself what's going to be going on energetically. And whenever you feel you need it, whenever your energy gets icky sticky, whenever you feel like you fall into that lower, darker energy, come and redo Sophie's practice. This is not just a forecast for the month, but it's something to help you get through the month and work with the energy of the month. So use it as a tool throughout the month. It doesn't have to be a one and done thing. So we hope to see you back. We hope to see you doing the practice that Sophie is doing. And I hope that this just gives you the guidance to work with the energy around you and not always trying to swim against the current. So with that being said, make sure you follow us on @theritual.co. We do monthly rituals there to also help you get into your energy, to also help you work with your energy, expand, and shine a little bit brighter. So go follow us over there, buckle in for today's episode, and Karlie can take it away with the energetic forecast with tarot. Hey Cosmic Witches! Divine Gossip Girls here, your one and only source into the spiritual happenings of the cosmos.
Ever wonder what this month's energy will have in store for you? What the planets and stars are even up to? Or if the universe can just help you catch a break already?
Well, lucky you, because we have all the spiritual secrets to tell. Get ready to sip on your weekly dose of divine tea. All right, everyone, welcome to January. Welcome to 2025 and Happy New Year. I am so glad that we are all here and we made it through one crazy month, 2024. So I was just like, what is 2025? What is that numerology? So we're in our year 9. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're in year 9. Wow. I haven't really tuned into the numerology of this year quite yet, but what I am getting, you guys, 9 is the symbol of release, right? 9 is before we begin again with year 1, which is like, okay, foundations, we're in something new. And I've always told the girlies, and I don't know if anyone else has felt this, but 2026, I do feel like is going to be a really potent and big year, 2026. And so I feel like 2024 was that year 8. Year 8 signified a lot of, discovering our power again. It was the year of what came to me as like a tiger. I know that it wasn't the year of the tiger in Chinese zodiac, but like it felt like this energy of like reclaiming our power. And so I feel like 2025, knowing that it is year 9, it's going to be something in terms of like, all right, we're kind of realizing that it is time to fully let go of something and like fully embrace this new chapter that we're entering into. So you may even feel that as like the turn of the new year, you kind of start to feel this kind of new momentum, new energy, shifting into kind of a new direction. Okay, like it's time for me to really let certain things go. It's really time for me to claim the power that I've activated in 2024 and embody it so that this year can be just like that entryway into a new beginning. So it's a year of release, baby. It's a year of taking those gifts that you've accumulated, the wisdom of 2024, and putting it into action to help you in creating some really powerful and aligned decisions. So Welcome to the new year. And with that being said, let's go ahead and tap into the overarching theme of January and see where this month is going to bring us. January is just, I really felt a lot of expansive energy around the heart space. A lot of honestly, what I felt in November is kind of coming through in January, but almost like a more fresh kind of energy, like this big, bright energy coming in and just filling your being, kind of like this white, bright star kind of energy. And we had 3 tarot cards that came through for the overarching collective theme. So we'll tap into that before we dive into the 3 sub themes that came through. So the first card that came through, same as December, the first card that came through in December, the 7 of Cups in reversed. So at first I was like, did I just not shuffle my deck enough before I went and pulled for January? But it popped out and it wanted to be seen. And so I feel like the fog of 2024 has been lifted even more. So it kind of was lifted in December and we're building on that theme again in January. If you feel like, okay, the fog was lifting, the clarity was approaching, I kind of felt like I was moving out of that haze. 2025, right as we kind of turn into this month, it's going to be another year of the end of some confusion, the cutting out of some of the illusions, and the moving forward with a bit more clarity. It can also kind of signify some spiritual truths coming to light. Maybe, I mean, with the themes, we'll kind of look into it, but it might be a month where you're more tapped into your spiritual essence, your spiritual abilities, and you're able to access some of those divine truths and wisdom that want to come through. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a month where, yeah, we have some truths, some things like unveiling themselves, the curtains being open for you to really see the truth of the matter, the truth of things. And then the second card that came through was the 5 of Pentacles in reversed as well. So to me, this kind of looks like it's a positive change, right? When we have the upright version of the 5 of Pentacles, this can sometimes feel like loss, abandonment, just a sense of like struggle, victim mentality, but we're having it in reverse. So this is kind of a recovery phase. Maybe you're recovering this month. Maybe you're recovering from the weight of 2024, or you're kind of overcoming some of that victimhood that you've been feeling. And I do feel like this is a month of forgiveness, a forgiveness of, kind of seeing into higher perspective of, it's not so much like the universe has been out to get you all along. Maybe some things have always been happening in your highest good. So you're maybe feeling more supported, more welcomed by the universe, more welcomed in situations. You're feeling like things are kind of changing in your favor now. You can see more clearly, oh, things have been changing in my favor. And yeah, just kind of overcoming. You're moving through it. You're seeing where the puzzle pieces had to not fit so that other things could click into place in grander kind of ways. And with those 2 themes right there, the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, it's giving away to our major arcana card of the month. You guys, the sun came out, which is crazy, right? We're in the midst of winter and it's like we're seeing clouds all the time. We've got that sometimes, that seasonal depression, but it's your remembrance this month of the success and the vitality and the joy that lives within your heart. When we have the new year energy, the energy around the holidays, I want you to allow yourself to lean into the truth of your being, which is that you are pure love and joy and just unconditional love. And so leaning into the sun energy in the midst of winter, like kind of bringing in that contrast. It's cloudy outside, but how can you bring in the sun within you? And I feel like there's going to be little pockets of light that kind of happen throughout January that help you to remember the sun, even if it's cloudy, even if you're feeling a bit in the blues. Like these are little moments and pockets of light where you remember your divine power. We actually recorded an episode not too far back, but when you're listening to this, it was further back. But Maggie was kind of talking about this sense of like euphoria she felt all of a sudden when she allowed her heart to breathe again and like connect to emotions, and her heart chakra turned on. And I feel like January is going to carry a lot of heart energy. It's going to help you feel that sense of euphoria randomly when you're driving in the car, listening to the songs, when you're in nature, when you're having just a conversation with the loved one. The sense of euphoria or the sense of just spiritual unity with the universe is going to come through more often, signifying your heart chakra awakening and you shifting into a version of yourself that is just more successful, more abundant, more open to receiving. And that's going to really help you out as you move forward throughout this year. So let's now tap into the 3 major themes coming through. I'm going to have you guys close down your eyes right now if you're able to, or just focus on a point or space in front of you, just soft gaze. And we're going to take a few deep breaths to ground into this present moment. So just shaking out the body, giving yourself a little shake, allowing yourself to arrive here. And then we'll take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, release it out. Another deep inhale in. Maybe you take a nice big stretch up towards the sun. And exhale, ground back into your being, into this present moment, allowing your focus to go within, connecting to your heart, your spirit, the wisdom within you. Just bringing white light to your third eye space, allowing all thoughts, clouded thoughts to leave. And now as I call out these 3 numbers, just allow yourself to feel or sense what you are called towards. Feel it, sense it, what pulls you more. So our first theme is theme number 1. How does that feel in your body? Theme number 1. Our second theme, theme number 2. How does that feel in your body? And finally, theme number 3. Theme number 3, seeing how that feels. Whenever you're ready, going ahead and just sharing, ladies, what theme called out to you here. All right, Sophie's got theme number 3. Beautiful, beautiful. And Maggie might be undecided, but she'll tell us as she goes. She's theme number 2. All right. So let's see what's coming in store for you. So my theme number 1, people. Ooh, I'm excited for what this month is going to bring for you. It's time for you to tap into your spiritual powers. Trust in the guidance you receive. This is a really big month for you. If this is a theme that's calling out to you, you're like, oh, wow, I felt a pull towards theme 3. It's your sign to embrace your psychic and your intuitive knowings. So if you have been finding through December, throughout the holidays, you've been really pulled outwardly to focus on others, to focus on the energy of giving, this is a really good month to tune into a meditative practice that allows you to connect to yourself, because you have a lot of divine spiritual wisdom and guidance that is desiring to come through for you. And if you allow yourself to spend more time, right, make this a priority. Your priority this month is to lean into your spiritual practices to help you in increasing that connection to your intuition, in your psychic abilities, in your heart space, in your spirit. If you allow that to be a practice, like, you can build that exponentially, and it's going to really set the foundation for you as you move throughout this year. So for some reason, it's like straight off the bat in this new year, you need to strengthen that connection to yourself. So whether or not theme 1 called out to you, but especially if theme called out to you, make sure this is a month where you are prioritizing deep inner connection, deep spiritual connection, really tuning into the energy of winter, the energy of retracting and going within. Lean into it and make your practices a priority. There's something that wants to come through for you, and it's going to support you throughout this entire year if you let it be so. This theme is the one that called out to me. I remembered Maggie doing a card reading for my entire year. And she was like, High Priestess is your first card in January. Like, make sure you're tuning into your spiritual practices, like not just like 2 minutes of meditation. It's like you're dedicating a day to like spiritual connection. So for those that this is calling out, lean into it. You're setting up the foundations for a powerful year. All right. And then my loves, theme 2, all of those that leaned into theme 2, my loves, it is a month for you to embrace all of you. This is a month of self-worth and courage. courage to really step forward into what it is that you desire. But before you can do that, you have to feel worthy of it. So I see you like doing all the things that help you to just feel worthy AF. Like you're hyping yourself up. You're embracing your inner child. You're embracing your inner intuitive. You're embracing all these parts of yourself so that that can give you the strength and the strength of, you know, the universe for you to stand in the face of challenge and overcome things. So maybe this is a month where you may be thrown a few curveballs, right? Maybe this is where like the Five of Pentacles is coming through. It's trying to be like, all right, it's time for you to overcome. It's time for you to take your power back. It's time for you to see the things that have brought you down and see the other side of the coin. So a beautiful month to really tap into self-worth. I want you to spend some more ritualistic time with yourself, just embodying what feels right, doing some intuitive movement, some practices that help you to embrace all of you. And just know that this is a really incredible month for you to step into your power. I feel like this kind of aligns with December too. Like those that were like, all right, claim your power, claim your purpose. You might have some tests come through in January. How much and how loyal can you be to yourself? How much can you choose to stand up for yourself and continue forward? The courage is building, like you're setting up some serious foundations for yourself to move through this year. If you can master self-worth and really harness a level of courage and faith within the universe and yourself, this year, you're going to feel that support throughout. So cultivate it this month. All right. And now, final one, a little bit different with this one. Theme 3 is relationships transforming. So what it feels like is this is a month where your relationships are going to actually help you in growing. Maybe you're moving through a bit of conflict. Maybe you're moving through a new connection, a new relationship, something where you're kind of igniting some sort of new aspect of yourself and you're asked to express yourself more, to discover yourself more in reflection and connection to others. So a really great month to prioritize learning through your relationships, whether it's something that's coming through in the family, it's something that's coming through in new relationships you're cultivating. How can relationships with not only others, but with yourself be a point of growth and inspiration? I find a lot of times when I come into unity with Sophie and Maggie, I become more inspired. I become more empowered. So lean into your relationships as a source of inspiration, a source of empowerment, a source of growth and expression this month. And I really do feel like if you allow your relationships to be a point of growth, they're going to transform you. Transformation through relationships is a really big theme. And it's going to help you, right? Like sometimes you're having those winter blues, and to find the sun energy, you have to connect with others. So I want you to lean into others, lean into your community, lean into your outlets that remind you of the light within you, and they're going to activate some sort of power within you that is necessary as you move through this year. So tune into your relationships and allow your relationships to inspire you, to activate you, to transform you, to burn you, but also help you heal. You know, like it's this ability of transformationships through relationships. I can't speak right now, but anywho, also a big thing, if you've got emotional wounds kind of coming through, I'm getting a lot with theme 3 is like, how can we move emotional wounding through relationships? Do you tend to struggle when you show up in groups? Do you tend to struggle when you show up in crowds or communities? Like, how can you allow old emotional wounding to be healed and transmuted through current relationships? How can that look for you? How can that feel empowering for you? It's a great month to allow your emotions and all of that to kind of be healed and transformed through relationships. All right. So themes are laid out on the table. All of these will be prevalent for all of us, but just tune back into the theme that called out to you throughout this month and let it be your guiding compass, your guiding light. And I'm excited for what this month and what this year will bring for us. So without further ado, Maggie, take it away with the astrology of January.
All right. So we have a lot of really fun transits this month. I've broken them down, so I'll let you know if you're theme 1, 2, or 3, where different transits might be hitting for you. Honestly, for theme 3, I'd love to be like, yeah, just these 2 transits are most important, but a lot of transits for you are going to be important. Like a lot of the things that Karlie was saying is every single transit. So maybe this month can be just a little bit more intentional for you theme 3 people. But we're starting out strong with January 2nd. Venus, the planet of our heart, of love, can also be of some money, is entering Pisces. So this is very much that main theme of euphoria that Karlie was talking about. And it's a lot for theme 1. Theme 1 people, this is the, like, obviously care about the other transits, but if you're going to work with any transit this month, it has to be this one on January 2nd. Like it really, really should be. Karlie was saying with you theme 1 people that straight off the bat in January, you're like setting this spiritual theme. And this is right off the bat. It's January 2nd. And Venus entering Pisces is all about connecting with this deep love for spirituality, connecting through that heart space spiritually. It says connecting through spiritualness and oneness in general. This also can be for theme 3 people, where we're talking about transforming through relationships, because this is also talking about doing things that your friends love that maybe you've never done. It's like learning about new things and doing new things with friends, with people you love, with family, and also bringing them into your life, sharing your interests, sharing the things you love. It's self-love in a spiritual way, and making spiritual self-love extra powerful with this transit. You may be more of an idealist and more likely to miss red flags in relationships, so just be aware of that. And maybe it's about connecting deeper with the connections you already have, even if they are newer, if they are older. Connecting deeper with those you know now rather than forming brand new relationships is probably a bit more potent during this time. So we have that for theme 3 and for theme 1 people. Now we're going to January 6th. We were talking last month about Mars retrograde, so feel free to jump back to December's forecast to refresh. But, you know, Mars retrograde is about going inwards, like you're going to be slowing down and more reflective internally about your actions and different emotions like anger. But on January 1st, Mars retrograde enters Cancer. And so when it enters Cancer, this shines a light on all your emotions and how they influence your actions. And it's about getting deeper on this and reflecting more on this that could lead to huge breakthroughs and huge healing for you. So there's that main theme of recovering, right? Recovering from emotional strife and forgiveness. But this is also super important. It's the main transit for theme 2 people, which is talking about that like self-worth and courage. It's also could be great for theme 3 as well. Then we have a January 8th. This is Mercury entering Capricorn. This is about learning about things that will further your life or career, learning about hard stuff like taxes, money, investments, and other work-related courses. It's like learning about that nitty-gritty stuff that you don't really want to do, that structure stuff, the hoops you have to jump through. Maybe it's taking a class on that. Maybe it's finally trying to figure that out. With taxes and stuff, it's the time of year for that, and when Mercury is in Capricorn, this is going to be the easiest time for you to do that. So get it done, get it over with. This is great for a clear mind on financial goals, career goals, business goals, life goals in general, like bigger milestones. And it's a great time to set these up and make step-by-step plans, especially because we are in Capricorn season as well. Better at planning and making connections over these things. Like that's what you should be focusing on, is like planning and making those connections and learning rather than taking the huge action right now because of the Mars retrograde. It's sort of like learning and collecting information and setting yourself up. Then we have January 13th. This is the Cancer full moon. This will be great for you theme 2 and 3 people. This is a time to dial into that heart space, dial into gratitude and emotions in your heart, and like turn the dial up to like 100,000, 100 million for its manifestation power. This is a great time for healing any hurt emotions, but also things like gratitude and desire and things like that will help to call things in faster with this full moon. This is a great time for home rituals, home witchcraft, and to bless and charge your space. This will be extra powerful. And for you theme 3 people who are all about relationships, if it's a lot of family stuff coming up for you, this is an amazing time to do ancestral work as well. Then we have January 19th. This is the beginning of Aquarius season. Anything Aquarius is all about the self, the identity, and community. So you theme 3 people when they're talking about, like when Karlie was talking about getting into your community and doing stuff like that. Aquarius season, and we have a couple other Aquarius transits after, those are all going to be important for you. So Aquarius season is so much fun, but it's also introspective. Aquariuses are deep thinkers, so make sure to get out of your head and actually enjoy this time. It's like you can think deeply, but don't miss the excitement of this season. Themes of this season are humanitarianism, fighting for the underdog, philosophy, uniqueness, difference, community, and individualism. It's about connecting with your community, but also finding your unique space in it. It has this like duality. Then we have January 27th, we have Mercury entering Aquarius. So this is such a great Mercury placement because it's also aligned with the sun. This is a great season to be social. Get out, take classes, go to events you care about, and like speak your mind. Using your voice for things you care about is the most important during this time. So see what you can do with this so your thoughts don't just like spiral inwards within and cause you to just like spiral in your mind. Stand out from the beliefs of those around you when you need to, and be true to your voice and your ideas for the best energy during this time. Then we have January 29th. This is the Aquarius new moon. So it's just like Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. This is setting goals for your community spaces and your space within it. Self-expression goals and manifestations are great during this time. Going through your wardrobe, makeup, decor, all of those things that are like self-expression items and getting rid of ones that don't resonate with you anymore to make space for your identity to grow and change and new pieces to come into your wardrobe, to come through your makeup, to come into your home during this year. It's like making space for the new identity of the next year. And go through like hobbies, like what do you need to keep? What is it, something you thought you would do and then you didn't really do it? Like what do you need to make space for new hobbies? Set intentions for them. Like have you always wanted to get into knitting and you have all the stuff, so you're like, this is the year I'm gonna be a knitter. Like that's sort of things you can set intentions with this new moon. And also things like going to volunteer things, protests, stuff like that can be very powerful during this time. And then finally, this is this big main theme of that like purity and change and shifting energy that Karlie was talking about. On January 31st, we have Uranus direct in Taurus. We have so many over the past couple of months, so many big planets go from retrograding to going direct. We had like Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and now Uranus all going direct. So there's this big like shift, this big forwards motion. But Uranus does welcome in shifts and change. So when it's in that Taurus energy, it's like, make sure you have those money goals ready. We've been talking about this in December. We've been talking about this month. It's like, get your goals down. Use this time to manifest goals with money, with career, with business. And that really is because it's going to really shift and begin coming into play with this transit. Uranus is change and rebellion. It's like a tower moment of planets, in my opinion. Saturn can be seen as this too, but that's more lessons, whereas Uranus is like forced collective change. So get ready to like push boundaries and to take leaps into where you want to create energetic shifts. This can happen on a personal or a global scale. It's like this eruption on what has been being suppressed during the retrograde. And the last time Uranus was in Taurus was like back in, what was it? The Great Depression time. I can't think of the exact years. I forgot to write them down, but last time was literally during the Great Depression. So we're seeing now the need for societal change with money and security. Like we can all admit it that the economy in many places is just like so out of control. And so this can be on a personal level, but this is also on a collective level where we're like, it's time to force collective change. Like we're at a breaking point. So expect shifts and breaking points collectively and personally around things like values, money, security and stuff like that, because that's what Taurus is all about. Bit of a heavier one, but it's like also good because it's like, all right, things need to shift and change. It's time to sort of pull that fog from in front of our eyes and be like, all right, everyone, it's time to change this together. So that's what I've got for the month. I hope that helps for, looking at what you really want to focus on. Like I said, make sure to come back week to week to really get into this energy. But now we're heading over to Sophie, who's going to lead us through a practice and sort of tie all this information together because it's a lot.
Thank you, Maggie. So we're changing things up this year, and I'm going to start bringing a practice for you all to come back to, a live practice, and I'm going to intuitively channel a practice with all the energy that just came through Maggie and Karlie. So I want us, just as always, just to start by giving a little shake. I want you not just to shake and tap into your body, but I want you to stand up. I want you to stand up, and I want you to just shake off any lingering energy that you're still holding on to from 2024. I want you just to shake that off. We've entered a new year with new energy, so I want you just to shake off any remaining energy of 2024. Anything that doesn't want to come forward in this new year, and just shake off any resistance towards stepping into this new year, any fear towards stepping into this new year. Just shake it off. If you're standing up, if you want to shake your feet, shake your legs, shake your hips, shake your head, like just be weird. Let this be weird, and just really shake off any lingering energy from 2024 and any resistance towards stepping into this new year. And once you feel complete in that shake, we love a good shake over here. I want you just to come back to a centered space, whether you're still standing up, whether you're sitting down, just find yourself in a space that your body wants to be at. And I'm going to just lead us through a channeled tap in with what has come through. And feel free to maybe add any of your own words, to change any word in, and to let your body move. If you're standing up, let your body move in any way it wants to move, so that you can open yourself up, release any energy, and just like open your heart, open your body up to step into this new year. It's a new year of new beginnings, new energy, new possibilities, new opportunities. And we're on this journey with you. And I want to create this tapping for you to come to throughout this month, to come back to that openness, to that possibility, to that trust within yourself as we step into a brand new freaking year. So just coming up to the top of your head, we'll start at the top of the head. It'll just be a very short tap in, taking a deep breath in, and about you exhale out, and just repeating out loud after me. I'm letting go of any lingering energy of the last year, and I'm stepping into this new year. Coming to the corner of the eye. I'm stepping into this new month. Side of the eye. With openness. With trust in myself. With the commitment to connecting to myself. Under the nose, to my spirit. At the mouth. Embracing who I am. Embracing all of who I am. Collarbone. Choosing to stay loyal to myself. Choosing to stay loyal to the connection to myself. And as I step forward into this new year, under the arm, I release any energy, anything that I don't want to bring into this new year with. The wrists. I have the power to let it go. I have the power to remove it from my energetic field. Coming up to the top of the head, creating this space within me within my space, within my environment, to connect with myself in the corner of the eyebrow, to connect with my power, to connect with my relationships. The side of the eyebrow. This month gets to set me up for an exciting year ahead. I'm so fucking excited. Underneath the eyebrow, I'm choosing to be open. I'm choosing to be loyal. And I'm choosing to be committed to building the strong foundation within myself and within my energy as I step into this new year. Underneath the nose, I'm choosing to use this guidance, this support system to work with my energy, the chin, to work with the energy around me, and to let go of what is no longer serving me. To move through this first month of 2025 with trust in myself, with connection to myself, and with openness to where it's leading me. Underneath the arm, I trust that the energy around me is leading me to exactly where I'm meant to go, to deeper connections with my relationships, with myself, with my worthiness, and with my spirit. The wrists. And even if at times I lose track or I spiral, that's okay. I choose to give myself forgiveness, acceptance, and compassion. Come up to the top of the head and come back to the guidance available to me, the support available to me. Right in front of me, the side of the eye. I have been given this guidance, this support, and it gets to work for me. It gets to help me. The side of the eye. So as I choose to step into this new month, open, receptive, underneath the eye, I'm ready for all that it brings me. Underneath the nose, ready to work with the energies around me. I'm ready to trust myself. Ready to build a strong foundation within myself, within my relationships, collarbone, and within the path ahead of me in this year. I'm so grateful for the path ahead of me. I'm so grateful for a new year. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be me. And I move forward into this month, open, excited, and empowered. Okay, taking a deep breath in. Maybe giving yourself a little shake. Opening up your chest, opening up your arms. Taking a big, big, big deep breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Big exhale out, just letting go of any last remaining stickiness, and come back to this tap in. At any point you feel shaken, and just to come back and center yourself and open up yourself and trusting yourself again as you navigate this first month of 2025 and work with the energy around you, work with the support you have around you. And yeah, have the best first month of 2025. We're so excited to take you along this new year with us, and make sure you let us know how this month goes by tagging us in your Instagram stories or sending us DM or sending us an email. We want to know how your month goes. We want to know how these forecasts are supporting you. And yeah, have the best start of your 2025, guys. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.